really don't care what a man thinks. And
Welcome to Lez Angeles, your local Sapphic classifieds, where we feature the hottest, coolest, smartest, most awesome single queer women in LA.
Every week on Lez Angeles, we talk dating, connection, and the struggle of trying to find love as a queer woman in a city where everyone is hot and no one is emotionally available.
We're your hosts. I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Ruby. We're queer matchmakers, business partners, and full-time cat moms.
And today we're coming at you with another corny intro segment and another eligible queer single who just might charm your pants off.
And I am currently accepting applications for friends who will host suit parties, which is a great transition because today we are joined by the lovely Jane and her professional wing person slash bestie, Cassidy.
Jane is an absolute catch. She's grounded, she's the proud owner of a teapot collection, and honestly, she could not care less about the opinion of a man, which is the energy we should all be striving for in 2025.
We know you're going to fall in love with her immediately. And when you do, you can actually submit to date her at lezangelespodcast.com. Finding your wife could really be that easy.
In this episode, we talk about Jane and Cassidy's wholesome queer friend group, debate how long jorts can be before they're considered pants, and discuss how Jane navigates dating as someone who is totally unbothered by the male gaze.
Before we start, make sure you follow or subscribe wherever you're listening. It helps us out and lets you know when we drop our next episode. We're on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts.
Okay, let's get into it.
Welcome to Lez Angeles.
Thank you so much for joining, Jane. We're so excited
thanks
to
for
talk.
having us.
Yeah, and thank you for joining Cassidy as Jane's wing person. Jane, tell us a little bit about what your life looks like right now. What do you spend most of your time doing? What's your day-to-day, etc.?
Well, I actually got a new job recently, so I work from home now, so I have like significantly more free time, which is really exciting and very fun. Life is actually like quite good. I have a really, really lovely group of friends. I play way too much gay kickball. And previously I was a professional organizer, like people's homes, which is super fun, and I really, really loved it. Because I am so nosy. I love being in people's stuff. And also, and also I really like folding and organizing, but it is like very project based and it's not consistent. And I was looking for something more consistent. And so now I'm an accountant for a tech startup. But I'm really grateful because it allows me to spend a lot more time with my friends. We had a soup night recently. We had like 7 different people make soup. It was fantastic. It was so much fun. Cassidy is an incredible cook and chef. So they won both the Ratatouille Award and Best in Show, unfortunately.
Yeah, what type of soups were involved in this soup night?
So many. Yeah, I did a like roasted red pepper and tomato soup. Jane did the matzo ball. We had a chicken noodle, a potato leek, a like
Mm.
pie lemongrass
Mm.
soup with like shrimp. Oh,
Taco
taco
soup
soup.
and
Ooh.
broccoli
Taco.
cheddar.
It was a big success. I was very happy with that.
I had 3 different kinds of soup for lunch the next day. It was really lovely. And it was just like a really great, I feel like, experience of we're adults with adult money and this is what we choose to do in our free time.
100%.
How did you two meet and how long have you been friends?
It's been 4 years as of September 4th. We were going to some lesbian something swim event at the W. And I was meeting a friend there and they brought Cassidy. And then we just sat together and chatted for hours. And then we moved to the Star Wars bar, also in, what is it, downtown? Um,
Hollywood.
There's a Star Wars bar.
Yeah, it's called Scum and Villainy. I haven't been in a minute. I don't know if they're only like exclusively playing
the
Star Wars
kids'
music.
music.
Yeah, I think that they're playing other things now, but they have really fun drinks. It's a cool spot.
Also, fun fact, September 4th is also the day that Kelly Clarkson won American Idol.
Well,
And tea.
very auspicious then. So
Yes.
Yeah. So huge for you guys, huge for her, huge for
big
all
for
of us.
us.
Huge
Yeah.
news. I am dying to know though, you as someone self-described as nosy, being an organizer,
Yeah.
What is the most interesting or the craziest thing you found when organizing someone's home?
The thing is that it's like you would think it would be really, really crazy, but it's mostly just like drugs and sex toys. Like I'll be so
Oh.
honest. Like it's less about like the physical things that they own and more about like the way that they live their
Mm.
lives. Especially because a lot of these clients were in a very different tax bracket from me. So like we had a woman where we were unpacking her house and we couldn't get to the box with her printer in it because it was like behind a bunch of stuff. So she just bought a new printer and that felt crazy. But I mean, power to her
Yeah,
if you
I
have
would
the
do that if I
resource.
could. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Same.
So also these people will give away a lot of things. So Jane
Yeah.
like is able to take some things home or like gift them to other people. And there is a celebrity who's I have one of her nightgowns now, but it's like this nightgown that says like it's like got this giant cow on it. It says like I'm moody on Mondays or something like that. And that's really nice to have.
I'm not just taking stuff from people
Course.
unless they have specifically said like we're donating this or and like we don't have someone specific we want it to donate it to or like they don't want a specific receipt from anything they just like want it to be rehomed that's the only time when like stuff will come home with me obviously wouldn't take things that aren't mine but very often people find it easier to let go if they think the item's going to a good home.
Feel like they're doing
So
something good.
Are these people like self-conscious at all about having you come in? Like in the way that some people like clean before their cleaning person comes?
some people but those people are generally the people that aren't that bad like the people that are like oh my God the place is a mess I'm so
Mm.
disorganized I'm like I've seen way worse. Most people are not like that insane. Like there's like just organizing and then there's dealing with people with like disorders that have hoarding tendencies and such. And that is like for a medically trained professional. I do not have that sort of clearance.
Tell us a little bit about your process to coming out and your journey to dating women.
I didn't like figure it out until end of college. I had inklings here and there. And then like looking back, there were a lot of signs. And um I think throughout college I was like not exclusively straight, not exclusively attracted to men. Um I only started like actively dating women in 2021. Um I'm very lucky. I have like very supportive family and, friends around me. So luckily that part wasn't like I truly, I was living with my parents at the time, and I said, I'm going on a date. And they said, What's his name? And I said, Lauren. And they were like, Oh. Um, they took it really well, honestly. But at that time, I was still like, bi never felt right, pan never felt right. So I was using queer most, and then I started hanging out with like a lot of lesbians, and I was like, there we go. That we've now now we've figured it out. Every so often like I'd go on a new date or something new would happen with a woman and it would like flashback a memory to my childhood and I would be like okay like I out loud multiple times in high school said it's so unfortunate that I'm so straight because women are so beautiful and really should have caught on.
Nowadays, when you're dating, you are looking for a serious relationship, right?
Yeah,
What are your non-negotiables, your deal breakers when you're looking for a partner?
commitment to the bit for sure like you have to be like willing to play along. I have a lot of very fun, silly friends. Half of them were theater majors.
Ooh.
It's just, I feel like we do a lot of like, again, soup night. Like we do a lot of things that are just like for the whimsy and the joy. If you're gonna like act too cool for something, I don't want that. Dishonesty slash withholding is also because like obviously really don't like when people lie to me. But also if there's like something that you probably should have told me, yeah, you should tell me in the moment because if you tell me 6 months from now, I will not only be angry about that thing, I will be angry that you didn't tell me.
Okay.
Yeah.
No dishonesty.
Yeah. Or it's like I mean, I get when there are surprises and like little white lies if I'm having a bad day and you just need to tell me that outfit looks good, like for sure, go for it. I just like, especially about like how you're feeling about something or your relationship status, I would like to know ahead of time.
And what are some things that you are looking for in an ideal partner?
Like patience and interest in things that interest me, which obviously goes both ways. Self-professed was a horse girl growing up, so don't tell anyone. But if there are like horses on the side of the road and we're driving down a road trip and I'm like, oh my God, horses, and they're like, "Mm," I would be pretty sad because I'm so excited. So it's yeah, like being able to get excited about something that I'm passionate about because you're excited because I like it
It's
type
like the
thing.
bird theory. You guys
Yeah,
familiar with that?
I
Yeah.
did hear about that recently,
Wait,
but
what's the bird theory? Someone clue me in.
It's basically the theory that like if you were talking to your partner and you say, "Oh, look, a bird," if they look and take interest in it, even though it's like a very common thing, that's a good sign for your relationship that they like care about what you say and care about your
Mm.
interests, that sort of thing. Where if they just like keep looking at their phone, it's like, oh, they're checked out. They don't care about the things that you care about because it's like simple to them or something like that.
ideally, someone who can cook. I'm not the greatest at feeding myself. Cass knows.
But good
Um,
at soup.
yeah, no, I can cook. It's not that I'm a bad cook. It's more that I forget to eat or have like little motivation to prepare something. I really love to host. I don't like to cook. So if hosting, excuse me, requires me to make something, happy to. But if it's just like me and I need to make something, very little interest. And I am a much nicer person when I'm not hungry. So I'm making
Yeah.
myself sound like a bitch. Wow, this is great.
No, being hangry is very real. I can relate.
Physically, what are you looking for in a partner, Jane? What's your type?
I would say masculine of center, but it's like that's not a hard and fast rule. It's just like generally what has come up. Sporty, energetic. Butches make the world go round. I love a butch, but it's not like that far over isn't a requirement.
Okay, and how old are you, and what's the age range you're looking to date in?
I'll be 28 in like 3 days, actually. So we'll
Oh,
for
happy birthday.
thank you. For the purpose of this podcast, we'll say 28.
Okay.
And I do tend to get along with people who are older than me better than people who are younger than me. 25 is like bare minimum. 26 would be better. Up through late 30s. Ideally, my age or older. But
And do you want kids?
not really. No. When I was younger, I really wanted children, although I did always know that I was not ever going to be pregnant because that sounds awful.
It
Everything I
sure
learned about
does.
pregnancy, I'm like, that sounds horrible.
It really
Yes, it
Uh,
does.
does.
yeah. If I was with someone who really wanted kids and I felt that we were like in a stable enough life position, like I love children, but I think I would be much happier getting to be the aunt that spoils them.
And what is your love language when you give and receive love?
Um, Physical touch for sure. I am the person that I'm like, we holding hands and sitting next to each other. I love that. Um, I think giving, I'm a big gift giving person. I had to really train myself out of if I would be out somewhere and see something that I thought a friend of mine would like, just buying it instead of like texting them a photo and being like, hey, do you want this? Because too many times I was like, I bought this and thought of you. And they were like, that's so lovely. I'm not going to wear that. And I was like, so fair. Um, and I mean, I love that in return. It's not about like, money spent or material things. It's about like, hey, I thought of you.
And what is the best non-physical compliment that someone could give you that would make you feel very seen?
Great question. Um, I mean, I like to think that I'm very funny. Um, I make myself laugh. I don't know about everyone else, but if they thought I was very funny, I would love that. Um, and like kind, you know. a good friend.
Cassidy, what do you think is Jane's best quality?
Totally. That's a great question, and it's hard to sort of boil down into very like sound bites because like there's so much about Jane that is just fantastic. But I think that the main things that do come to mind are just her like fierce friendship and loyalty. There was like a specific moment. I broke my ankle like a few months ago. It was like the first day of Pride. And I like called Jane. I'm like freaking out, sobbing. Like, can you please come over? And she's immediately, I'm on the way. I'll be right there. Held me as I needed to be held to go to sleep because my partner was also out of town. So I think like the fact that she can drop anything really at the drop of a hat to be there for people that she cares about is such a like admirable quality. And like she's talking about things that she wants out of a partner, like she already embodies in herself, like excitement about like the silly kind of goofy things like soup night. She's always like the VIP access friend. She's there early, she's helping, she's like so beautiful and shining and effervescent and such a like light in the room that everybody like gravitates towards. And is also down to just be like chill and like yeah, it's hard to like just say one
I'm gonna cry.
kind thing about Jane. I could go on and on. I was like writing things down and I was like, ah.
I am not super spontaneous. If I understand that like we're gonna be spending the day doing something and I know what I have to wear and when I have to be there, and that's fine. But if I'm like unprepared for a situation, I do get mildly stressed. Now, that can be counteracted by the other person being prepared for the situation. So if they're like, we're going to the beach and I brought your bathing suit, great, love it. I love to plan for Dyke Day for the last like 3 years. Like it's gotten progressively bigger every year. Like this year, there was a whole spreadsheet of like who was bringing what. It was the talk of the town. So many people were like, loved your cheese board. And I was like, it's a joy. I'm trying to think, Cass, can you think of anything else that people need to know about me?
I like to say this about you. I think that Jane is very emotionally intelligent and mature and has been in therapy for like 10 years. I think that's a huge green flag about Jane.
I would say I am emotionally intelligent. I do also, if I'm processing any large emotion, I am gonna cry. It doesn't necessarily mean that something is like horribly wrong. It often happens because I'm happy, but just I will cry.
Jane will pick people up from the airport. I think that's
Oh,
also a green flag.
You guys sound like you have a really amazing friend group.
I'm Jewish and like my family, when the way we grew up, it was like you're always around people. There were like six other families. They all raised their kids together. They're all of them are like my siblings. Like being surrounded by people you love is so important to me. So being able to like cultivate that for myself in a totally different space has been really incredible, honestly.
It sounds like that's
Uh,
also a great perk of dating you is that you have like this amazing friend group.
It is it might be a little overwhelming. We there are a lot of us. I feel like every time a new person brings a partner in, they have to be like, everyone's really nice. There's just like a lot of
Do you guys have a hill that you would die on that you want to tell us about?
absolutely.
Okay.
Um, Women's sports are all around better than men's sports, literally in every way. It's more interesting. They're like better athletes in that I feel like they're so committed to it, not because they're getting paid so much money, but because they love it. Also, fun fact, a women's professional baseball league is about to start. And I'm so excited about that.
That's very cool. Hard agree. I love Angel City.
And the thing is, it sounds like I know kind of anything about men's sports. I really don't. I straight up don't watch men's sports. I have a shirt that says I only watch women's sports.
It's a
So
Yeah,
great shirt.
yeah,
okay, that's a pretty solid hill to die on.
it
I
is.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I feel like most sapphics are probably in my corner on that one.
Yeah, you chose a safe one.
That's fair. I have other hot takes, but those will come up later.
But
Okay.
also, if you're talking to a man, you really have to fight hard on that one. So,
I really don't care what a man thinks. And
Yeah.
B,
Me.
am stubborn. So
Cassidy, do
um,
you have a hill you would die on?
Yes. I think that people should go see movies in the theater.
Um,
Specifically movies that are coming out right now. But if you get the opportunity to see a movie in the theater, you should go, even like old classics, because it just like changes the way you also watch a movie if like people are reacting around you. Yeah, just support the arts, just show up. That's a big thing for me. Streaming kind of sucks, but I know it's convenient. But I think just showing up and supporting like artists in general is just so important. Yeah, I mean it would be really sad for us to wake up one day and like there's just no movie theaters. I think that would be a big loss that we're not realizing by not going.
So the next one is Am I the Drama? Do you guys have an example of a time when you might have been the problem in a situation for us to judge you on?
See, the problem is I'm sure it's happened. Like, there's no way it hasn't happened. I can't think of a specific instance in this moment. I mean, it's most likely has something to do with me being very loud because I'm a very loud person.
Cassidy, do you have anything?
Yes, but I already know that I was the problem in this situation. So I'll present it and you know you can take your side. But my story is that my now fiance, so I think she's forgiven me, wanted to go see her favorite band, which was Paramore, and they're awesome. Love them. I'm not really a big concert person. Like I go to kind of like these main staples, but like if I don't really know all of the words or something, like I'm just like it's a loud space. But I that was the same day as the Barbenheimer movie premiere, which as I
Oh.
said, I go to movies in person, and that felt like a historical moment in our time. I had already prepared all this stuff, so we also had like a menu and like drinks that we brought into the theater that were on theme for each movie. And it was a whole day experience. And I chose to go to Barbenheimer over Paramore. That was probably not that was a selfish choice that I made. And I've paid for it for a while because I didn't also quite realize that's her favorite brand and it meant so much. And I chose myself over her in that instance, which I stuck by. And I had a great time, and she had a great time. She went with one of her best friends. She did ask me to marry her, so I do think that she's forgiven me, but it comes up all the time. I that was a selfish moment for me. I didn't want to miss out on that moment in history.
It's a tough call when you're in the position.
I mean, like, I almost feel like you didn't do anything wrong and
Thank
that
you. I will tell her.
you guys like both did what you wanted to do. Like you said, you felt like it was a historic moment. You have already given us your very strong opinion about seeing movies in theaters. It feels like that's very important to you too, no?
So
Absolutely.
next time it comes up in a fight, you go, actually, Ruby and Vanessa told me that I was
Yeah, this is
right.
online. I have.
Well, I'd like to say that I didn't say that. I said that
Unfair,
it
unfair.
was tough. It was a tough choice, but I will say you also could have gone to Barbenheimer the next day,
And I
whereas
could have.
Paramore was one day.
Absolutely true.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
is it true that they were only playing here? Well, like they play here all the time,
Paramore?
don't
Yeah,
they?
I don't
They're
know. I
touring
don't,
all the time.
Okay, but Barbenheimer was happening for longer than the than Paramore was in
but
Los
it was
Angeles.
opening day. It was
Okay, well, that was a good one. That really divided us here.
awesome.
I mean, there's one that I can think of, but it was like when I was a child, but it's definitely an answer to this question. I don't know why I'm telling this story. Anyways, my our other best friend Zoe, she and I have known each other for a long time. We went to summer camp together. We were originally friends, and I think then I was like I didn't like her for whatever reason.
Wait, sorry, how old were you?
12, 13,
Okay.
and I was having my bat mitzvah at my summer camp. And I had invited all of my camp friends, including her boyfriend at the time, and I didn't invite her. And she said to me, I think my invite might have gotten lost in the mail or something.
Oh.
And I, to her face, said, No, I didn't invite you.
I'm just speechless at the boldness of this other child.
I don't like conflict, but I'm not scared of confrontation. I just like don't feel the need to lie. And in that instance, it was very cruel. And I've apologized many times and I hope she's forgiven me. I mean, we are still friends.
So how did you guys come around and become like great friends?
We were at summer camp, winter camp. They had like a winter week session. We were in the same bunk, and I went and sat on her bunk, and I went, "Why aren't we friends?" And then from then on, we were great because I like to think of myself now as like a very kind and compassionate person, and clearly there was none of that going on when I was younger.
We haven't learned social norms yet.
That's fair. It
Yeah.
was still a dick move for sure.
It's very rough being a tween. Okay, do either of you have a very obvious red flag that you've ignored?
I was talking about this the other night, but I was dating somebody who, at one point in our relationship, asked if it would be okay to, and we were monogamous, to go on Tinder to meet friends. And I sort of was like, I don't feel totally comfortable with that. That felt like a red flag to me. And when I said, and she was like, and I'm totally okay with you, like having your own opinion about it. Like, what, just let me know. Let's communicate about this. And then when the opinion wasn't something that she agreed with, that was the problem. But the bigger red flag was like, hey, here's a thing that we could have a conversation about, and if you're not comfortable with it, I won't do it. But if you are, then I will. And I said I'm not, and then we argued for months. You know what I mean? Like that was the red flag.
Ruby, do you have any that you want to share? You once told me that you are very good at ignoring red flags in people.
For
Huge
sure.
flex for me. It's like one of my top qualities is ignoring red flags. No, I mean, I feel like I've had people say to me, like, I'll be a bad partner. And I'm like,
Mm,
no, you seem so great. And I like want to believe so badly. Or it's like I see the good in people and it's like they're telling me that they're bad with actual words. And I'm like, but I see the good in you.
But
Yeah.
that's very optimistic.
Do you have one, Vanessa?
I can think of one from quite a while ago. I date men and women. I date anyone. I can like pretty quickly think of one for when I was dating a man. He had two cats, which I was like, green flag. And you know how like when cats are like being flirty and they like rub up against your leg and they're like wanting to get your attention? He was like, "Oh, I hate when they do that."
What?
hello.
And and the same guy, these were like some really big red flags. He told me, I hope he doesn't listen to this. I like haven't spoken to him since we broke up because he was such a dick. But he had a girlfriend for like a year and a half whose sister or brother was getting married in Alaska, like where they're from, I guess. And so he flew up there with her to attend the wedding, broke up with her in Alaska the day before her sibling's wedding, who she was like a bridesmaid in the wedding. And then he left her there, flew back home.
Why did he go?
I don't know. I'm like, at the time, I was like, maybe he just like didn't realize like how bad it was until he was there. But now I'm like, that is really weird. Isn't
Yeah.
that really weird?
It is a lot.
You can't just like wait till the wedding is over
Literally.
for a day. Like she's gonna have to explain to everyone who
Yeah,
she
no,
just
yeah.
introduced her boyfriend. Like that's
Oh,
crazy.
the only thing I can think of is that he panicked, realizing that he was going to break up with her and was about to be introduced to everyone as her boyfriend. And then she would have to be like, we broke up like the next
Mm,
day. But I feel like by flying there, like he'd already made the choice. He'd already
yeah.
committed.
I have found a story of where I was the problem. And it does relate to that. I flew to visit my ex's family for Christmas. It was the first time I was meeting all of them, and I broke up with her like a day and a half after we got back.
Oh, after you
Listen,
got back.
yes.
Okay.
Oh, I was in the middle of her family doesn't live in like it's like very suburby. So
Uh-huh.
I didn't have access to a car, and we were like I was very far away from home. It was very selfish of me to, but also like I don't have a way to leave. Like
Yeah.
there were things I was like like mildly concerned about, and then it turns out that they were like ingrained family traits and not like little things.
Oh.
So
Um,
meeting the family sort of solidified.
yeah. Still shitty of me, I will say. I that was definitely not a nice thing to do. But I am also a big proponent of like don't drag it out. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, gives me a question for the group.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you're in the situation of you're in a relationship with someone and you are sort of questioning it, and then you are presented with an opportunity to meet their family, like what is the correct thing to do in that situation? Because like I had a friend where I remember she was in this situation, it was like Thanksgiving or something. Her partner's family was here to visit, and so it was sort of like, why wouldn't you
Mm.
meet my family? Like you are able to. The only reason to not would be if you don't see a future kind of thing. And so it's like, is the right thing to do to like break up with them to like say I don't like feel confident enough in our relationship to meet your family, or to meet the family and then potentially end up breaking up with them right after.
I mean, I do think there's a difference between like there are some things that I'm concerned about and like I don't think this is going to work out. I don't know. But like if they're already in town,
I don't know. I don't know if there is a right answer.
I
I
I,
feel
I
like,
think it's very situational.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
I
definitely
think any of
depends.
them could probably be justified.
Rarely I feel like is there a situation that it's like absolutely not, this is over. Like I feel like it takes a second for people to like understand like, hey, maybe this isn't working out.
And I actually
And
feel like I have scared someone into breaking up with me before, with by not with my family, but by being like, oh, like let's like meet my friends kind of thing. Like we'll do happy hour and you can come. And then they sort of agree and then panic and then end
Mm.
things.
Let's hear some hot takes.
The trend right now is like jorts, right? Like they're like long shorts. Like everybody's wearing them, and I'm just like, those are long pants. I just don't know why we're calling them shorts, or like they're long shorts. Sorry, they're just pants basically. I don't really understand why we love them so much. I've like tried to make myself like them, and I just don't. But yeah, I don't think they're shorts. I think that they're pants. That's a hot take. Like I'm 30. I feel like I've experienced a lot of fashion trends. I feel like there were like capris for a period of time. It was like anything below the knee. We had like capris. We had what were those things? Oh, like gauchos.
gauchos, oh man,
That
love
kind of like
those.
also hit right below the knee. The shorts that are above the knee, I think, are shorts. I think anything below the knee, we could talk capri, but people don't say capri anymore. That's still shorts. And then we go to the shorts that are all the way down to your ankle. Those are pants. I don't know
Maybe
why we're calling them shorts.
Yeah, I have a
Term we don't know
feeling
yet.
people are not really jiving with capri anymore.
They don't say,
And
yeah, or
they
like
don't. They
culottes.
don't say
I don't.
capri. It's a great word.
pedal pushers
Yeah.
were a thing too, right?
And obviously a cooler name than Capri.
Yeah. I feel like also though a lot of the people that I see wearing very, very long shorts are more masculine presenting and maybe the word capri is more
Mm.
feminine, so it doesn't super like feel good. No, I do agree. At a certain point, like those are just pants.
To clarify, is your issue with the name or the appearance?
Both, I think.
It's the combination of the
The
two.
I
combination, yeah.
will
Okay.
add in here
Please.
for awkwardness that I have a pair of jorts that
Awesome.
I love.
But yours are above knee, so I feel like
They are jorts though. Like you wouldn't just call them shorts
you
But
could.
because
they're
they're
above your knee.
long jean shorts.
But long jean shorts are like that's one thing. I also slightly disagree with the appearance thing about it. I do agree with the name, but I
Mhm.
think they look really good when they're like baggy and it's like I think it looks really cool, but I do agree that they're not shorts.
Yeah, maybe I'm just upset that I can't rock them in the way that I see myself rocking them.
I too think that I would look pretty bad in jorts, so I can relate to you there.
I think what's great about jorts is that no one really looks bad in them. So I'm going to go ahead and disagree with both of you
Do
It's
you think it's
awesome.
there.
possible that no one looks good in them?
Yeah, that was gonna be my question. No one looks
Well,
bad per se.
speaking as whenever I wear my jorts, I look amazing. It's really hard for me to believe that.
But again, are your jorts above or below your knee?
They're probably right above the knee, but they are baggy
Yeah, and I
jeans.
think
Baggy's not an
that's
issue.
slay. I think that I have a pair like that. I love that. If we're going to
Okay.
the ankle, I don't think that they're shorts.
Oh no. No, no,
Yeah,
no. They're not shorts. They're like
but
high
we're
waters.
yeah,
Yeah.
the internet is calling them shorts.
The
Huh.
internet is?
The TikToks. are saying like, got my new shorts, and we're
like
scraping the
low
ankle.
calf. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
Oh,
rage
wow.
baiting.
Yeah.
yeah.
They've got to be rage baiting.
And I think yeah, now we've come full circle.
I guess this could have been solved with a quick picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is just that I back this opinion like a lot. I'll be so honest. If you break up once, you should not get back together.
Mm.
Unless it's
Hmm.
absolutely only because of like situational, like so far away, that kind of stuff. If you broke up once, you're gonna break up again. 9 times out of 10.
You're
Yeah.
probably right about the 9 times out
Yeah, I'll
of
back that.
10
Yeah.
thing. But I do have a couple of friends, a married couple with 2 kids, and they like broke up like a year into their relationship, but they've been together for like over a decade now. But
Yeah,
you're
no,
probably
listen,
right
there
that
are
it's 9 out of
exceptions to
10.
every rule, and that's what makes
Totally.
it a rule, is that there's an
Totally.
exception.
Yeah, it's
That's
true
true.
because I'm inclined to agree with you, but then I'm like, well, you have to factor in like growth, right? If both
And
people work
absolutely.
on themselves, they take time apart, I feel like
Yeah.
there's a potential. But yeah, 9 times out of 10, I would agree with
Nine
that.
times out of 10.
Yeah.
Not the, and as someone who has also done that, like cut things off with someone and then crawled back to them, it was not the right move. Like
Yeah.
if you broke up once, there's a reason.
I think it's easy to remember the things that you loved about someone and forget about the
Mm,
tough parts after you broke up. And then, you're like lonely or sad and you're like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
great.
Okay, well, I would say those are both very controversial,
Yeah, they were. They were pretty
especially in the queer
good.
community. Probably
Yeah.
only in the queer community. I feel like straight people would definitely have strong opinions about both of those things. Okay, this next segment is something we call Who Would You Date and Who Do You Hate? What it is that based on everything that we've heard here, Vanessa and I will each make a case for why Jane should choose us to date. You can only base it off of the argument that we give, and then you choose who you would date and who you hate.
Okay, that feels
I
very
think.
final.
I'm assuming you want me to go first.
No, no, no. It's only fair if I
Okay.
go first. I went last time. I feel like the person who goes last has the advantage. And when I win things, I like it to be because I actually won them, not because it was unfair. So I don't feel super prepared for this argument, Jane. So I'll be honest.
Speak from the heart.
Um, we share the same love language of quality time and physical touch. So I feel like we could really be a good match there. Your friend group sounds like a dream to me, and I would not be overwhelmed. And I really like soup, and I would totally love to participate in any soup night that you guys have. And also we wouldn't have to like compete for like who hosts and stuff like that because I don't host at all. So it's like perfect, and you could just do
Great sell. Honestly,
it.
2 points are in there.
Okay.
Beat that, Ruby.
So I'll start off with something that actually applies to both of us, and I should pretend like it only applies to me, but I have two adorable cats, and they would love you. I said it applies to you as well.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But they would love you. They would be so stoked to cuddle. I can't really say that about both of Vanessa's cats, but I can say that about both of mine.
No, you
But
can't. No, you
once, yes,
can't.
I can. Once
No,
Perry,
you are
yes,
so
I
lying.
can, because once Perry trusts you, she's the snuggliest cat that ever existed.
Okay, well, you have to include that, the
She would
once
have
she
to trust
trusts you
you.
part.
Okay, I did include that. Anyway, I have played many seasons of Queer Kickball. So down to, play kickball with you or come watch, I'm familiar with the crew. Okay, I also have the love language of gifts, and I very, very much appreciate like small, thoughtful things. To the point where sometimes like when I'm on trips, I actually have to buy a new suitcase for souvenirs because I'm like buying too many souvenirs for people because it's like you just see stuff and you're like, oh my God, that's them. I gotta do it. Okay, I'm not Jewish, but
That's not a deal breaker for me,
I'm
I'll be
no, but
honest.
I am. I have been obsessed with Hanukkah since I was like 4 or 5. I
Okay,
do
we
have.
need to put a time limit on these.
Okay, well, sorry, I have so many things. And I do have like a light up window menorah. Let's see. Do I have anything else? Oh, and I am like fairly organized, but I would totally let you do whatever you wanted in our shared space when we eventually lived together.
Oh man. You just made that very difficult.
Oh, wait, I have one more thing.
No, 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 no. I would be adding stuff if I could.
But mine was technically still going.
I
Okay.
vote to let you add things also if you want to.
Okay,
Oh,
can we both add like one thing?
Sure.
oh, well, I know for a fact that I'm way messier than Ruby, so you would have way more things to organize. And
That's
of
true.
course, you're the boss. Like you do whatever you want.
Okay,
And
my
I
thing that I've
and my cats will cuddle. Effie will cuddle with her if she has a blanket on her lap.
that was kind of like you said two things, but anyway, I would
What'd you
like
say?
to add
Okay.
that I have season tickets to Angel City.
I
Damn.
would like to add that you already have someone that you go with every time.
Yeah, but she sometimes can't go.
Oh,
It's more about the commitment also.
okay.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm, mhm.
Man, do you want me to walk you through my thought process?
Yes, please.
Well, to start, I do love Angel City, but I am more of a basketball fan than a soccer fan.
Okay.
I do like when people let me like over redo stuff, but it is a plus if they're already like a little bit organized. Because then I get to do the fun part of like just making it pretty. The commitment to the soup nights though is a big plus. Cats on both sides. Love it. And sometimes it is more rewarding if you earn the trust of a cat and then they love you. That feels great. Oh man, this is very difficult.
It's tough because we are pretty similar.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to
Yeah,
differentiate us.
it's pretty
Hmm.
true.
It's not by a lot, but I'm going with Ruby.
Damn
Yes.
it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That was nice how you said not by a lot.
Yeah.
That made me feel better.
And that's it for today's episode of Les Angeles. We hope you're ready to commit to the bit.
Huge thanks to Jane and Cassidy for joining us. If you think you can rock with their friend group and want to take Jane out, you can apply to date her at lezangelespodcast.com.
Jane is making her selections on December 30th, but if you're listening to this later, don't worry. She's accepting late submissions if you make a really, really great case for yourself. All the details are in the description box below.
Or if you yourself would like to be a guest on our podcast, please DM us at Lez Angeles Podcast on Instagram, reach out through our website, or send us an email at costerandbrown@gmail.com.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Les Angeles Podcast, and don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen.
See you next Tuesday.